think it's amazing, like how the brain, like all our longevity, it's our brain. Like that's what we can actually fix. We can help, and I'm not talking about mental health. I'm going to put them in the best environment ever they can have. We'll send them to the best providers in the world. I will personally coach them if they need any like supplementation or hormones optimization, everything what related to menopause issue. Because when you focus on one, others missing, it will be not the puzzle built.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Taking Flight podcast, our Crowe show where we sit down with visionary leaders and discuss their journeys, their brands, and moments when they really took flight. Joining us today, Dr. Anastasia Chemeritskaya, who is a physician and founder of Lyrana, which is a concierge AI-enhanced wellness and longevity company. They provide incredible services, research. We're going to learn all about it. So thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to the show today.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting, Anna. It's really a pleasure to meet you. And I'm happy to share like everything what you want to know about the company.
Wonderful. I love it. Authenticity and transparency is one of our core values at Crowe. So anytime we could have real talk, the better and the merrier. So the first question really is just if you can familiarize us with your background, what got you to this point in your career journey? How did you get started?
I'm a medical doctor, like for the last 15 years already, and I chose to be OBGYN like many years ago because it was my passion, women's health, and I specialized in fertility treatment and also integrative medicine, and that's what actually changed my perspective to see more differently than any health issue which women usually have. And I was practicing medicine for almost 10 years back home in Moscow. And 7 years ago, I moved to United States and also confirmed my medical degree here and decided like get some research experience actually also in women's health, women's oncology. And one day I decided, okay, I would love to actually build the company which mostly will be helping women.
I mean, incredible as a woman. It is just, first of all, I love what your company does. We'll share your mission a bit, but I love how you took your background, your knowledge, your experience, and your passion, brought it to the US, and then now have been really growing this company. So for those who are not familiar with Lyrana, could you please talk about the company and perhaps share the mission?
The mission more related about how I learn about women overall and what they need, and this is a concierge service when we really care about any like any kind of question what she has. Personally, we educate women. There's so many information around and it's completely confused everybody, and we try to bring evidence-based medicine and also to get the concierge care for any woman, because what I learned that all women can care about everybody around, about family members, friends, colleagues, and they really forget to take care about them. And this is what I like concierge model, because we get your hand and we walk with you. That's what we actually do.
Yeah, I mean, this might not be part of your business model, but why do we do that? Why do women do that? Right? It's so true that we have so many different hats, and it's a lot of times are the caretakers of other people in so many different ways, and pour that into it. And you're right, there is so much information out there. Do I need this hormone? Do I not need this hormone? Do I want this supplement? Wait, this supplement's actually the opposite of what I need, right? Conflicting information about the same stuff. Like I'll buy something and go, and then I read something, don't take it if you're over the age of 40. Right. So it's an incredible company that you're building and really impacting women's health and the families. Can you think of any defining moments when you really had like an aha experience when you build a company? Because, a lot of brands and organizations try to solve personal or systematic pain points. What was that moment for you?
When I definitely realize when I when I need this help too, you know, it's still coming from personal. It was some moment when I understand I I should represent the care which I would like to provide, and I start to care myself. And really it was a moment when I was such a like so busy, like I was trying to achieve my goals, and I literally forget about myself. And when I get back to that, and I saw how it can change life. It's
Hmm.
kind of how completely can change your perspectives. That's what I believe is the best moment. And I would love to actually provide this type of care and this help to others, because this is kind of magnificent moment, honestly.
Hmm. And I know you're in California. Is the offering in California? Is it around the country? Tell us more about that.
That's very interesting because currently we more internationally present.
Oh.
Yeah, like our clients as a lot of in Europe, it's like France, Switzerland, Monaco, Portugal, even like Vienna now, Austria. Yeah, that's kind of like interesting moment, and we are getting to American market as well, and in California, but not other state yet.
Not yet. Okay, great. So great opportunity and obviously a big, big market from a standpoint of women's health. So love the opportunity that this market presents for you guys, especially with your incredible offering. So this show, as you know, is called Taking Flight. So I'm going to ask you about leadership. You went from a physician and you did some research and all these things, and then becoming the CEO of this company. Have there been differences and or challenges in your different leadership abilities, or how have those roles shifted, grew, or informed each other?
Oh, this is a great question. I love medicine so much. This is my passion for the rest of my life, I'm sure. And what the best I took from medicine, it's like critical thinking, it's empathy, and ability to to do like really high scale decision. This is how what is medicine taught you. But leadership in a like startup environment, like building the company, it's actually also such exciting because it's give you flexibility, freedom
Mhm.
to act, freedom to innovate, and as well speed. It's kind of like really like when you have to do a lot of decision, like also there's intersection between that always. And
Mhm.
this is, I believe, it's like really what can help from both of side.
That's really cool. Yeah, you didn't think about that. You're right. When you're in a startup mode, and we work with a lot of them, it's first of all, you wear a million different hats and you can change course pretty quickly. When you're in the other practice, you might not be able to change course as quickly and you have to follow different processes and all these things, right? But when you're building, you're kind of breaking a bunch of things and then regrowing a bunch of things, which is very cool. Um, the customers, your customers, so women, but can you tell us a little bit more about your target patient, customer, and then how are you connecting with them? How are they learning about your company? Is there something specific that's resonating with them right now?
Actually, Lyrana started as a women's service, but now we are more getting to like professional world. People who really interested in longevity, preventive care, and mostly of them like any which kind of they really in early age, like in 30, 35, they really understand that what they invest now in their health, it will benefit them in the
Mhm.
future. And they really need, like, it is high achievement, they need high achievement, they really need to be like in a good shape every day, and in the future too. They're already thinking about what it will be in 10 years, what it will be in 15 years. And firstly, it was like women mostly from like 30 till 65, 70. But now, eventually, how it's like in the woman world, they came because they're more interesting. They kind of become really care. They would like to find something, for their health, for their family member health. And in the end, they bring in their husband, they bring in their grandparents, and this is how it's happening.
Wow.
And that's what like interesting. That's like service still. It's for professionals who would like to care about their health and learn about them. Like Lyrana is a concierge coaching service. This is what we position
Mm.
ourselves. We're going to scale to full telehealth model in the next year, but now we do more we kind of educational sort. This is what we try to actually to educate our clients first about their body, their health, their priorities. And at the same time, we also like another way of how we do business. We have like net of professionals like providers who we can
Mhm.
also refer our clients if they need for their needs.
Oh, that's amazing. So you are educating and connecting with the woman in that age demographic, and then she's fallen in love with everything that you're offering. She wants more of it, so you can refer to others, and then her family gets involved too. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, and we do more
Yeah.
now. Actually, for the next year,
Mhm.
what I'm more planning. I used to work in medical tourism when I was practicing in Moscow, and what I understand, each country has a different regulation, and each country have a different approach in some like medical approach and
Mhm.
possibilities to do stuff. What we do now, we also trying to figure out what our clients need and which place around the world, we're not limited any geographic point,
Mhm.
can provide the best. That's what we do.
Mhm.
And actually, it was I can share this even. We try to make it the most personalized, like people thinking like they are going to longevity entities and around the world is like such a luxury, like crazy. People don't need luxury. They don't need this. They need something which is like really like remind them their like childhood. They remind them
Mhm.
something. There was actually a good study. They took elderly men and put there in like 30 years early life. They really furniture, all things they kind of organized around them that it was a setting they was living 30 years old, like 30 years ago. And this point is they become like a home for them, and they remind how they was at that age, and all their metrics, all their labs, or their like even vision, memory, like cognitive function was increased without any supplements, without any hormones, without anything, just because of setting. It's like, this
Mhm.
is what actually also OBGYN used to do, because in the if there's infertility problem, they first they send the woman to vacation, and sometimes it
Mhm.
can solve by its own.
Wow. Okay, where am I going to get
This is what
my biological age to go back in time a little bit?
I believe it's amazing, like how the brain, like all our longevity, it's our brain. Like that's what
Mhm.
we can actually fix. We can help, and I'm not talking about mental health. This is like a big part of that, but I mean like we kind of uh, help also our clients to understand themselves, what they really want,
Mhm.
and this is and by providing, because we need to get health outcomes, and for that, I'm going to put them in the best environment ever they can have just to get these outcomes. I will send them to the best providers in the world if they need these outcomes. I will
Mhm.
personally coach them what they need. like all of this related to their health, if they need any like supplementation maybe, like, or hormones optimization, everything what related to menopause issue. Because when you focus on one, others missing, it will be not the puzzle built. That's
Mm-hmm.
what we're trying to do.
Yeah, you're so right. I mean, we could talk about this for hours. I always think about like if my brain can tell my hand to pick up a glass of water and drink it, right? My brain can tell my body and my everything, like if I'm stressed or if I'm not. I mean, there's just so much there. It for me was a there was a really powerful shift a few years ago when I was reading some of Joe Dispenza's work around and some of the studies that came through around, you know, muscle building while with our brain thinking about the exercise and not doing the exercise. There's like just so much stuff there. So that's very cool that you're part of it. And to your point about luxury, there's the wellness settings are so can be so different. So I love that you help people find what is the right thing for them at some point and whatever the season of life that they're in.
Yeah, that's just like what we are getting to this direction. It's also our
Hmm.
perspective for the next year more. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's. But I believe this is the best what we can do for our clients.
Yeah, and that's very cool. So, you know, a lot of companies or a lot of people talk about AI, biomarkers, all these things like longevity, very scientific stuff. And then there's the education and then the trust and proven and unproven methodologies that people read about. So, how do you balance being an innovation-driven company where you are dealing with this stuff, but also providing that sense of trust and security to new clients, new patients, as well as those that you've had for quite some time?
This is a great question. Yeah, I'm totally in innovation world at all biomarkers, all the technology, Aura Ring, like any trackers. I believe the more we study about ourselves, if it's not bring the anxiety, some people
Mhm.
cannot handle it well. But it's really valuable data which we have to use. This is no question about that. And we more and more going to personalized care because of that. But on the other hand, like what the most important to build trust and transparency, this is what is the other values, and this is what where's empathy is coming, where this like I believe it's even like bedside manners, like which I was
Mhm.
learning from my medical school and practice all my life. This is kind of the part which was like as a physician, I believe, helped me to do for my company, because I'm still represented. I'm still like take care about each client. That's what like I'm actually building.
Mhm. And how do you market this stuff? How do you get it out there, whether it's in Europe or in California, or you're planning, you know, expanding the US? How are you creating, well, I guess, what tactics are you using? What tools? Is it relationship based? Are there specific tactics that you're seeing are working better than others?
This is interesting. We for this year we did zero marketing.
Mm.
I was trying a bit, like I was trying to get involved, marketer, uh, but so far it's kind of something like based on relationship, which was like,
Mhm.
and people just speak about your service, and this is how they get involved. And this is the point. Like all my service is looks like it's becoming family. Like
Mhm.
based service, because one family member came and she's bringing everybody, and this is how I become fully booked. I say, oh my gosh, because I have to care about all family. This is the best actually, because it's a lot of things. Genetics, it's not a big part of our health, but it's still, it's you little bit learn about one member of the family, and you actually get some knowledge for like potentially health issue for younger members. Like it's this is how it's happening right now. But I believe we will do marketing next year too, and that's why I become more public right now, and because we would love to help more people. And yeah, this is that will be the option. But still, so far, zero marketing.
Yeah. Well, you're marketing by creating an incredible product, a lot of value for your customers, right? So clients are having because that's part of marketing, right? What is the offering? So it sounds like you have an offering that people are really connecting with and becoming your brand promoters for their family. You're building a lot of trust, which is amazing. So now it's like, okay, now what are the promotional marketing elements next year, which is very cool because there's, to your point, an opportunity to amplify the impact that you're making with your circle too, especially as you launch across the US. Um,
Thank
is there
you.
anything, yeah, yeah. Is there anything else on the horizon that you can share and or anything else about the company, the brand, or your customers that I just haven't asked you about?
That's what I can get to innovation. We trying to actually implement agentic system right now, and I believe this is the future of personalized care, as well as we are hoping to scale like a full telehealth company, and provide service internationally, and this level in the future. This is what we will do, and the most focus, it's health span. It's still longevity. I don't like the word of longevity. It's more about like how have a healthy aging process and try to delay it as much as possible, and all like age related disease as well. That's like what is offering preventative care too. Kind of we're working on this scope of services right now.
That's so cool. And it's true. I mean, I feel like longevity, I really loved that word when it first came out. Now we talk about it a lot. It still doesn't mean that's power it's any less. It's just that we're talking about it more, which
Mm-hmm.
is great. And it's funny, I was driving yesterday in Southern California, and there was a billboard for a juice place, like healthy food, healthy juices. And there said, their slogan was live healthy, live forever. And I thought, can they put that in a billboard? If I'm drinking this juice, am I living forever? I thought that was interesting. Maybe someone will crack the code on that. But if it'll be anyone, it'll probably be you guys since you're so focused on it. Anastasia, thank you so much for joining me today. It is such a pleasure to connect with you, to share a little bit about the company and what you guys are doing. And if someone wants to learn more, what is the best place for them to do so?
It's our website. It's www.lyrana.org. That's like our source, and we have like a form. You can ask questions. This is the best place to learn. I'm also open like in LinkedIn, like Instagram, everywhere you can find me.
Excellent. Well, again, thank you so much. And for those tuning in, we appreciate your time and make it a great day.
Thank you so much, Anna.